And we welcome you to round one of the 2022 Mid-American Conference Softball Championship. The second game of the day in our doubleheader today features the Miami RedHawks hosting the first MAC tournament to be played since 2019, going up against their in-state rival, the Bowling Green Falcons, here on a beautiful day inside the Miami Softball Complex here in Oxford, Ohio. Patrick Geshan with you. Appreciate you spending a part of your Thursday afternoon with us on Red Hawk Radio. The Redhawks are the home team in this game. Bowling Green is the road team. Here's how the Falcons will bat in the top of the first inning. Greta Lesperance will lead it off for BG in center field. Peyton Dolis will bat second and left. Bailey Sample plays shortstop, hitting third. Reagan Williamson will clean up and catch. Lexi Carver is at second base. She will bat fifth. You'll see Macy Godbold, the DH, hit sixth. Sophie Weber is in the seventh spot at first base. Sophie Gonzalez hits eighth at third base. And Peyton Ham is the right fielder for BG, batting ninth. Peyton Gottschall is on the mound for the Falcons today. The Redhawks go with Brianna Pratt, the junior right-hander. Pratt, the number 2 pitcher in the lineup statistically for the Redhawks this season, comes in with a 15-4 record, 3.17 ERA. This will be her 29th appearance of the year, 22nd start. And opponents batting .234 against Brianna Pratt. The first pitch of the game is in for strike one to the left-handed hitting Greta Lesperance of Bowling Green. As the game is on here from Oxford, Ohio, a later start than anticipated. The first game between Ohio and Central Michigan went a little late. So we are starting here about 45 minutes past the scheduled time. Showing bunt and pulling it back for ball one is Greta Lesperance, the center fielder. 1-1 the count to her to open up our game today. Lesperance leads the team in average for BG, 389 on the season. Through 90 at-bats this year, that's 35 hits for Lesperance. And the 1-1 deal is going to miss a low for a 2-1 count here from Brianna Pratt. We'll see Lesperance, Dolis, and Sample in this inning for Bowling Green. Lesperance is a sophomore from Byron, Michigan. Left-handed batter, but she throws right. And the righty Pratt ready to deal the 2-1. Bases empty, nobody out, top the first. Soft ground ball. This is right down the foul line of first base, and they call it foul before it got to the Redhawk first baseman and Holly Blaska. She came out near the bag to field it, but the ball popped foul as the grounder made its way down the line, and the count moves to 2-2 here to Lesperance. Lesperance kind of collided with Blaska there when the two of them went to the area near the ball down that foul line, so Lesperance has to shake it off a little bit, but she'll be back in the left-handed batter's box, still the leadoff hitter in this game. 2-2 on the way from Brianna Pratt in the circle, and the windup in the throw. That's going to be a foul ball off the catcher's chest for the Redhawks and Riley Coyne. And it'll keep the count at 2-2 as kind of a check swing bunt look there from Lesperance. Decent crowd on hand in Oxford today. Beautiful weather for this game. Game time temperature 84 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. 2-2, a chop ground ball to the shortstop. It's Barlow to play it, not in time to first base, and beating it out at the line is Lesperance for the infield single to get the game going for BG. Peyton Dolis up next for the Falcons. Just a routine ground ball to the shortstop for the Redhawks and Adriana Barlow, and the throw is simply not in time as Lesperance motored her way up the first base side. Good stretch made by the Redhawk first baseman Holly Blaska, but still not in time to get the out as Lesperance beat her by a step and a half. So a run on first base, nobody out at the top of the first inning, and here's Peyton Dolis in the right-handed box. First one to her is in the dirt for ball one. A nice stop by the Redhawk catcher and Riley Coyne to keep it in front of her and keep the runner in Lesperance at first. 1-0 is the count here to Peyton Dolis. Sophomore from Mentor, Ohio. The pitch, a ground ball left side, diving stop by the shortstop. Barlow. She'll have to eat it, no play on it. As Barlow is moving to her left when the ball was hit, had to director body motion to her right to make a diving stop on that ground ball to keep it from going into the outfield near the shortstop position. No throw on the play, so that gets 2 singles here to start out the outing for Brianna Pratt. A mound visit is called here for the RedHawks. 2 batters into the game. As you got now Lesperance at second base, Dolis at first, with nobody out at the top of the first inning. So a pair of infield singles to the shortstop to get it going here for PG. And we'll see the 3-hitter now in Bailey Sample for the Falcons. These teams played each other 3 times this year. Those all took place here on this field in Oxford. Miami took 2 of 3 of the meetings here at home on both April 19th and 20th. Teams played a doubleheader on April 19th and a single game on the 20th. RedHawks took 2 of 3 in that series. So after the mound visit, Bailey Sample steps in, gets down a bunt right on the third base line. It's a fair ball. The throw to first is in time for the out as the third baseman, Carly Spain, drove in and charged it for the RedHawks through to Holly Blaski at first to retire Bailey Sample on the sac bunt, but the runners do move up to second and third. You now have Esperance at third and Dolis at second. There's 1 out at the top of the first inning, and here's your cleanup hitter for BG, Reagan Williamson. So she steps in with a pair of ducks on the pond here in scoring position for BG. First offering from Pratt is a ground ball off the plate. Third baseman Spade fields it, throws to first while looking the runners back. In time to retire Reagan Williamson on the ground ball, the 5-3 putout. And that makes now 2 outs here in this top of the first inning. The runners staying put. Still have Lesperance on third. Dolis is on second. Big ground ball there for Brianna Pratt in this inning, the RedHawk pitcher. As Williamson grounded it off the plate. Nice play by Spain to look the runners back for third base, fire on to first. Lexi Carver now the 5-hitter takes a first pitch strike on the inside corner from Brianna Pratt. Carver, the second baseman for Bowling Green today, steps in with runners on second and third, 2 out, and a scoreless so far, top of the first inning. Carver, the righty, will wait the pitch from Pratt. Soft ground ball third base. Spain, the throw to first. It's time for the out, and the RedHawks get out of the jam in the top of the first inning as Bowling Green will strand runners on second and third. A huge 3 straight outs there in the sac bunt, and 2 ground outs to third base to get Brianna Pratt out of the inning. A top of the first for Bowling Green that put up 2 hits on no runs, and they did leave 2 on base on no errors. We'll see the RedHawks at the bottom of the first, their lineup when we come back. It is Miami Softball on RedHawk Radio. Patrick Geshan back with you at the Miami Softball Complex here in Oxford, Ohio. The RedHawks about to bat for the first time in this MAC tournament in the bottom of inning number 1. Here's how they will line up this afternoon. Carly Spain will lead it off at third base for the RedHawks. The number 2 hitter is Holly Blaski for Miami at first. Allie Cummins bats third in right field. Maggie Murphy is in left field hitting fourth. Lily Wilmot will DH and bat fifth for Miami. Kate Kobayashi, the center fielder, will bat sixth. Riley Coyne will catch and hit 7th for the RedHawks. Adriana Barlow is in the 8th spot at shortstop, and Chloe Parks rounds out the lineup for Miami at second base. They will face one of the most decorated pitchers in the MAC and maybe in the country this year, Peyton Gottschall. We'll get to her numbers here in a moment. She's a sophomore righty, and Gottschall has just shut down every single lineup it seems like she's faced this year for Bowling Green. The first hitter she will see is Carly Spain for the RedHawks at third base, who bats .419 on the season and 172 at-bats to lead the RedHawks. 72 hits in 172 of those at-bats for Spain, and the first one to her is a foul ball that deflects up and out of play. So no score here in the bottom of the first inning. On the mound for Bowling Green, in the circle, Peyton Gottschall, a 1.15 ERA this season, 15-6 record. Her 20th start of the year, 23rd appearance. She's pitched 17 complete games, 4 shutouts in 140 innings this year. A high pitch here and a check swing by Spain that they rule a ball. She did not go, so the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. 73 hits allowed by Gottschall, 23 earned runs in 140 innings. That's it. And her strikeout to walk ratio is crazy too. This 1-1 is fouled out of play right side. And make it 1-2 here to Carly Spain, the leadoff RedHawk hitter here in the bottom of the first inning. 23 walks for Gottschall this season to 196 strikeouts. Pretty good numbers. 1-2 from the righty is a swing and a miss by Spain. Chased a high fastball and she was behind it. And one away on the K there by Peyton Gottschall. In this bottom of inning number 1, Holly Blaska next up for the RedHawks. She will step in, bases empty, 1 away in the bottom of the first inning. Holly Blaska this season is batting .294 for Miami in 143 at-bats. On-base percentage of .402. Lefty digs in, 1 out, bases empty. She'll whiff and miss to the first pitch. A fastball down the middle from Gottschall to make it 0-1. Holly Blaska this season has 11 home runs for the RedHawks, 36 RBI. Gottschall deals the 0-1. That's going to miss up and away, make it 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're just joining us, a top of the first inning that saw Bowling Green get 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out, but they could not bring any of them home. They got 2 hits at the top of the first inning, but we remain scoreless. This one will hit the outside corner as Gottschall deals there to the left-handed hitting Holly Blaska, and the count 1-2 to the RedHawk number 2 hitter in the lineup. Pretty good crowd of Miami fans here today, understandably so. The RedHawks hosting the MAC tournament. 1-2 is a high fastball that's fell back to the screen, and the count will keep there for Holly Blaska. Saw a lot of Ohio fans too in the crowd for Game 1 when they played Central Michigan in the doubleheader today. A lot of RedHawk faithful turning out for this one. 1-2 on the way to Blaska. In the air, left field, moving back and tracking it down just shy of the warning track is the BG left fielder in Peyton Dolis. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning with the bases empty. That'll bring up the 3rd hitter in the RedHawk lineup this afternoon, the right fielder, Allie Cummins. Cummins this season a .335 hitter for the RedHawks. 58 hits in 173 at-bats, 15 home runs, 42 runs driven in. First one here is going to nail the inside corner on the fastball to open up the at-bat by Peyton Gottschall, and it's 0-1. RedHawks, the number 1 seed in this tournament, as the regular season MAC champions. Bowling Green, the 4 seed. This one will nail the outside corner, that time from Gottschall, make it 0-2 on the Cummins take. RedHawks 24-5 in conference play during the regular season. The Falcons went 16-11 in the MAC. 0-2 on the way to Allie Cummins, and she will chase and miss. An up and away pitch there for Gottschall. 1-2-3 they go in the bottom of the first for the RedHawks. Going to the top of the second after this. No score between Bowling Green and Miami, the first round of the Mid-American Conference Softball Tournament. This is Miami Softball on RedHawk Radio. No score between Miami and Bowling Green. Welcome back to the Mid-American Conference Softball Tournament. It is round one of the tournament, game two of our doubleheader today in this 4-team matchup, or 4-team affair to determine the MAC champion. We'll do that on Saturday. It is Macy Godbolt to lead it off for Bowling Green here in the top of the second inning. She'll take a first pitch on the outside corner for strike one as Brianna Pratt on the Red Hawk pitching side of things begins her second inning of work in the start. And the righty will deal a ground ball that goes right back to her in the glove. Pratt will throw to first base. The squeeze by Blaska. And that'll retire Macy Godbolt on the 1-3 putout for out number one here in the second. Sophie Weber next to the plate for Bowling Green, the 7-hitter, the first baseman as well. Digs into the right-handed box, base is empty, one away here in the top of inning number two. Pratt will wind up from the circle and deal a down and away pitch. Chased on and missed there by Weber. Move the count to 0-1. 203 hitter on the year is Sophie Weber. For Bowling Green, sophomore from Springboro, Ohio, not too far from here. 0-1 from Blaska. Will dribble its way in the dirt, and nice block there by Coyne to keep it alive. One ball and one strike. Still in the mid-80s, wispy clouds in the sky here for Miami Softball Complex. Just a gorgeous day to play this tournament. Big swing and a miss. Looks like corner fastball there from Pratt. And it moves the count to 1-2 here to Sophie Weber. Weber batting now. Sophie Gonzalez will follow her. The 6, 7, and 8 spots, two up in this top of the second inning for Bowling Green. Pratt in the windup deals the 1-2. This is a check swing. Chopper back to the circle. Pratt fields it to her right and will throw on to first in time for the out. Blaska with a good squeeze there. Plenty of time to get Sophie Weber for two away in the second inning. And that'll bring up Sophie Gonzalez for BG. Third baseman hits here with the base is empty, two away in the top of inning number two. Pratt, the righty, deals the first one a little up and away for ball one to make it 1-0. Gonzalez this season a 132 hitter on the year in 27 games. Has recorded 9 hits for Bowling Green. 1-0 on the way. That'll miss outside, 2-0. Just missing the corner there for his Pratt. A little bit off the plate to the right-handed hitting Gonzalez. So 2-0 the count. Pratt will start the windup from the circle and the righty will deal. Chop ground ball foul, third base side and out. Moves the count here to 2-1 to Gonzalez. Pretty shaky start in the outing for Pratt, who gave up singles, infield singles, to the first two Bowling Green batters she faced today. But since then has retired 5 Bowling Green hitters in a row. 2-1 coming from Pratt to Gonzalez. Ground ball right to the third baseman Spade. The routine play and the 5-3 putout in time at first base to retire Gonzalez. And the inning over here from Oxford. Through 1.5. Still no score between Miami and Bowling Green in round one of the Mid-American Conference Softball Tournament. This is Miami Softball on Red Hawk Radio. 4, 5, and 6 spots are due up for Miami here as we go to the bottom of the second inning from Oxford. And the opening pitch to the at-bat is nailed back to the screen by Maggie Murphy, the cleanup hitter this afternoon for the RedHawks. And left fielder back out to face Peyton Gottschall as she resumes inning number 2 of her start in the circle for Bowling Green. Miami and Bowling Green are scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. The 0-1 misses high. Upstairs to Maggie Murphy, the left fielder, to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. .353 on the season is Murphy with 42 hits, 9 home runs, 32 runs batted in. 1-1. There's another one fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. To Maggie Murphy, the freshman from Novi, Michigan. Nothing too crazy in this game so far. Bowling Green started off with a couple of singles. Other than that, really nothing else has happened here through 1.5 innings. This one nailed back to the area behind home plate. A foul ball here in the count 1-2 to Maggie Murphy. So we're going to see Murphy, Wilmot, and Kobayashi 4, 5, and 6 holes bat for the RedHawks in this bottom of the second inning at least against the decorated pitcher Peyton Gottschall. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Outside corner fastball well behind it was Murphy, and there is 1 away here in the bottom of 2. It's going to bring up Lily Wilmot, the DH, as the 3rd strikeout of the game recorded by Peyton Gottschall. She has struck out 3 of the first 4 batters she's seen this afternoon. DH Wilmot steps in for the RedHawks, 288 hitter. She is on the year. Lefty digs in against the righty Gottschall. The first pitch upstairs is fouled back out of play for strike 1. .288 is Wilmot. On-base percentage of .386. She has 9 home runs on the season with 29 runs batted in. It's one of the things about Miami this year. 4 RedHawk hitters are in double-digit home run numbers this season. This is a strike over the plate taken by Wilmot to make it 0-2. The RedHawks are 3rd in the nation in home runs this year. They have hit 101 of them and are the only MAC team in history to notch 100-plus home runs in the regular season. No other MAC softball team has ever done that. This one nailed back to the screen, staying alive at 0-2 is Wilmot. A Miami team that has just crushed the long ball this season. Carly Spain, the RedHawks leadoff hitter this afternoon, has 24 home runs on the year to lead the team. Second most is Allie Cummins with 15. This one is launched, a fly ball to center field, but playable for the center fielder. And Les Barach will make the catch a few steps shy of the warning track, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Kate Kobayashi next up for Miami, the center fielder, on the fly out to center by Wilmot. So 5 hitters and 5 outs to get the outing going here for Peyton Gottschall. Righty Kobayashi will swing and miss at a first pitch fastball well behind it from Gottschall. Kind of upstairs over the plate, and the count is 0-1. Peyton Gottschall trying to throw 1, 2, 3 innings in the first 2 frames she'll pitch in this game. Up and away to make it 1-1 here to Kate Kobayashi, a sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri. One on the way as Gottschall spins the ball in her hand. This is a looped liner down the left field line, but just misses foul by about a foot. In the grass there down the line, that ball had a little arc on it after it left the bat of Kobayashi. Would have stayed fair without the slice, but arced its way foul, about a foot left of the line. So it's 1-2 to Kobayashi. Base is empty, 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 2. First round of our MAC softball tournament. RedHawks trying to defend their title on their home field this year in the first MAC tournament played since 2019. This one just misses outside on a fastball away from the plate. Right there by Geshan. And it's 2-2. Gatto trying to get out of another unscathed inning for Bowling Green. One pitch away from doing so as Komiyashi awaits the 2-2. And there's a swing and a miss on an outside corner fastball. Komiyashi behind it. And the side retired after 2 innings here from Oxford. Going to the top of the third. Still no score. Miami and Bowling Green. Back to the MAC softball tournament in a moment. This is Miami Softball on Red Hawk Radio. Nine 1 and 2 spots are due up for Bowling Green as we go to the top of the third inning for Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. It is round 1 of the Mid-American Conference Softball Championship. And no score in our second game of our doubleheader today between Miami and Bowling Green. Winner of this game gets to play in the winner's bracket game per se tomorrow in this double elimination tournament. First pitch is low in the third inning of the outing underway for Brianna Pratt in the circle for Miami to Peyton Ham, the right fielder who bats left-handed for Bowling Green. 189 hitter on the year is Peyton Ham. 1-0 deal here from Pratt in the windup. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Plaska. She will corral it, step on the bag for the out. And there's one away here in the top of inning number 3.
Back to the top of the order. And number 15, center fielder, Greta Lesperance.
Back to the top of the Bowling Green order and Greta Lesperance. So after Pratt allowed singles to the first 2 batters she faced in the outing, she's now retired 7 in a row. Inside the circle for Miami, Lesperance, one of the batters that caught the single to start the game in the first inning. First one to her is a bunt that dribbles its way foul, third base side and out. And the count moves to 0-1. Lesperance singled back in the first inning right to the shortstop. And Adriana Barlow, who threw to Holly Blask at first base. It was a routine ground ball, but Lesperance beat it out to the bag at first. Take this one outside to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. There's nobody on base, 1 out here in this top of the third inning. Bowling Green and Miami are scoreless. And the only other numbers to report thus far, Bowling Green 2 hits to Miami's none. No errors so far in this game. Been a pitcher's duel so far. 1-1 on the way from Pratt as she winds up. Deals that one down and away on the fastball to make it 2-1 here to Greta Lesperance. Again, a good crowd is on hand for this game today. Red Hawk faithful mostly watching their hometown team compete for a MAC championship. This one will miss outside to make it 3-1. Wind starting to gust here a little bit. So L'Esperance here is a 3-1 count to Brianna Pratt, as Pratt will deal this one in. That will miss. Or no, it's in there for a strike. A very late strike call on the outside corner by our home plate umpire this afternoon. It's Scott Heimka. Comes in there to make it 3-2 here to Pratt. Or, beg your pardon, to L'Esperance from Pratt on the hill for the RedHawks. So a 3-2, bases empty, went out here in the first inning. It is a liner right back to the pitcher. And Pratt, who makes the catch, will throw to first as well to Blaskin to be sure. And is it time for the out? They retire Greta L'Esperance. 2 outs, bases empty, and here's Peyton Dolis.
Number 10, left fielder, Peyton Dolis.
Guess they ruled out officially a ground out by L'Esperance. I believe it was a liner that maybe was caught there by the pitcher in Brianna Pratt. Nonetheless, 2 outs, bases empty, and a swing and a miss on the first offering to Dolis in the outside corner to make it 0-1. So there's now 8 hitters retired in a row by Pratt in the game for the RedHawks. 0-1 deal from her. This one will miss the outside corner, making 1 ball and 1 strike. One of those that could have gone either way to Peyton Dolis, who did have a single in the infield at shortstop her last time up. And that was the last runner to reach base in the Falcon lineup. 1-1 deal on the way. Ground ball to the third baseman in the glove of Spade. Throws to Blasky at first. Had to come off the bag a little bit, but she's able to make the catch and keep her right foot on the base. And the side retired after 2.5 here from Oxford, Ohio. They go in order for Bowling Green in the top of the second, or the top of the third rather. Going to the bottom of the third in a moment. Here from Oxford, no score, Miami and Bowling Green. And this is Miami Softball on Red Hawk Radio. Riley Coyne will lead it off for Miami in the bottom of inning number 3. The catcher steps in. We'll see the 7, 8, and 9 hitters bat in the bottom of 3 for the RedHawks. As no Miami batter has yet to get on base in this game. All 6 hitters retired so far, seen by Peyton Gottschall, the Bowling Green pitcher. She has been on fire in this game so far, as expected and as advertised here for the Falcons. First pitch on the way. This is a foul tip that goes behind the plate to make it 0-1 here. As this one maybe got the catcher or the umpire. Oh yeah, got our home plate umpire right in the head. and Scott Heimka. So the training staff is talking to him. And I don't think he's going to be able to continue in this game. Or they'll get him some water. Foul ball that was just one of those that got him right in the head. Scott Heimka, the home plate umpire, and unfortunately shaken up after it, but it looks like he's going to stay in the game after consulting with the Red Hawk trainers there in the dugout. So that's good news for our home plate umpire. Again, Scott Heimka today behind the plate. Gavin Ramsey will work first base in terms of the umpires today, and Antonio Flores is at third, the three-man umpiring crew for the MAC tournament, as is standard in MAC softball. So the count is 0-1 here to Riley Coyne, the catcher. And the next deal to her is going to hit her in on the wrist area where she grabs the bat, and that is going to be the first Red Hawk to get on base today. As Coyne is hit by the pitch, the catcher, maybe Gottschall there, got a little rusty during that break, out of her rhythm during the umpire pause. And they get a man on first base for the Red Hawks. It's Riley Coyne hit by the pitch. Next hitter up is Adriana Barlow, the shortstop for Miami. So nobody out, and a runner on first for the Red Hawks in Coyne. And Barlow's first time at the plate today in the eighth hole for the Red Hawks. Opening pitch, her at bat from Gottschall, misses up and away for ball one. Riley Coyne, 197 on the season at the plate. Has launched 7 home runs with 10 RBI in the year. One-0, nailed back to the screen. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Point Green infield playing regularly, everyone except for the shortstop for BG, and Bailey Sample playing very deep near the grass in her position. This one is popped up. It is playable in foul territory behind the plate, and the catcher drops it. And Williamson cannot come up with a grab, battling the sun there. Reagan Williamson, the Bowling Green catcher. Routine foul pop-up that went behind the plate, and Williamson could not track it down for the Falcons in the sun. So another opportunity here for Adriana Barlow of the Red Hawks with a 1-2 count, and Coyne on first base to make some noise. 1-2 from Gottschall, misses high, 2-2. Still nobody out in this game, or in this inning, I should say, in the bottom of the third. And the first kind of adversity we've seen today from Peyton Gottschall, the Bowling Green pitcher on the hill. 2-2 on the way, ground ball left side of third. That's going to dribble its way foul. And the count stays 2-2 here to Adriana Barlow, the junior from St. Louis. 213 on the season as Barlow with 6 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Coyne still hanging out on first. 2-2 on the way from Gottschall, swing and a miss. High fastball that would have been ball 3. Chased that there by Barlow for the K. And it puts Chloe Parks to the plate for the Red Hawks with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Parks, the second baseman, sees the plate for the first time today. .364 hitter on the year is Parks in 118 at-bats. 4 home runs, 17 RBI. She has 13 other extra base hits on the year. First one here will miss the outside corner for ball 1 from Peyton Gottschall to make it 1-0. Still have Coyne hanging out on first, and 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Red Hawks and Falcons are scoreless here in round 1 of the Mid-American Conference softball tournament. 1-0 deal. Is popped up foul. Let's get out of play left side and out. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike here to Chloe Parks. On deck for the RedHawks is Carly Spain in the top of the order. Gotchel advises the wristband on her left arm for information on the pitch. The 1-1 is a swing and a miss. A changeup there out in front of that was Parks, fooled by the off-speed delivery from Gotchel, and there is now a 1-2 count to the RedHawk freshman from Indianapolis. Big 1-2 coming here that could change the trajectory of this inning. Gotchel the deal, up and away 2-2, wasted one there. As Coyne still on first base for the RedHawks, 1 out in the inning. Parks takes a big sigh of relief, or maybe stress relief, outside the box. 2-2 is on the outside corner, looked out for strike 3. Beautiful fastball painted there by Gotchel on the outer black. And he K to the 9-hitter in the lineup for Miami, and Chloe Parks makes there to be 2 out now here in this bottom of inning number 3. That is the second straight strikeout delivered by Gotchel. We're back to the top of the RedHawk order, and Carly Spain. As Riley Coyne still hanging out on first after she was hit by a pitch to lead off this inning. Carly Spain struck out her last time. The first one is a strike in the outside corner to make it 0-1. Two outs, runner on first in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Miami. 0-1 on the way from Gotchel. This is up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the RedHawk pitcher in this game, Brianna Pratt, who is really working with pace and tempo all throughout this game. Gotchel is the exact opposite, likes to take her time more. Kind of walk around between pitches. This one hits the outside corner, makes it 1-2. Nice fastball there from Gotchel, and Carly Spain is down 1-2 with 2 outs. And Coyne on first base here in this bottom of inning number 3. Gotchel looks at the wristband on her left arm, will wind up and deal. Swing and a miss, a big strikeout there. An up and away pitch that would have been a ball that was chased at by Spade. And the side retired here after 3 innings of play in Game 2 of our MAC softball tournament. Still no score, Miami and Bowling Green. The RedHawks strand a runner at first. And we're back with a 4th inning in just a moment. This is Miami Bay softball on RedHawk Radio. Patrick Geshan back with you here from the Miami Softball Complex in Oxford, Ohio. It is game 2 on the day of the Mid-American Conference Softball Tournament. Game 1 for each of these teams, both Miami and Bowling Green, going at it here in this double elimination affair. Thursday through Saturday here in Oxford to crown a MAC champion in softball for 2022. First pitch in the 4th inning to Bailey Sample is a swing and a miss on a down and away delivery there off speed from Brianna Pratt, who returns to the RedHawks circle for her 4th inning of work in the game this afternoon. 0-1 deal on the way, and this one will hit the inside corner, make it 0-2. Sample is the 3rd hitter in the Bowling Green lineup, had a sac bunt her last time up. Leads off this top of the 4th inning in a scoreless game from Oxford. 0-2 on the way. This one is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the low one there, wasting was Pratt on the 0-2 count to make it 1-2 to Bailey Sample, who is a California native. Freshman at shortstop in this game for Bowling Green, at least to start. 1-2 deal on the way. No miss outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 to Bailey Sample. 241 hitter this season for Bowling Green. Long windup here from Pratt. The deal misses low and away. The count moves to full to Bailey Sample, 3-2. As Pratt here will take a moment walking behind the circle to kind of reset herself, take a deep breath, and walk back to the rubber. 3-2 on the way from Brianna Pratt. Swing and a miss, got her in front of a fastball. Early swing there that came for Bailey Sample for the K, and there is 1 out in the top of the 4th inning.
Number 4, catcher,
Reagan Williamson next up, who grounded out to 3rd base her last time up. Cleanup hitter for BG this season is Reagan Williamson at .316 on the year. 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Bases empty, 1 out in the 4th. The deal is going to be up and away here from Brianna Pratt to make it 1-0. More and more people are coming to the game as I guess they get out of work near the 5 o'clock hour in the Eastern time zone. A lot more Miami fans in attendance coming in. Chop ground ball, this is foul, 3rd base side, barely foul. As Carly Spade came across the plant from 3rd base, but ball trickled foul before she got to it, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Is the count here to Reagan Williamson, the catcher for Bowling Green. A 1-1 deal on the way from Pratt. This one will just miss, a little bit low on the outside corner there. 2-1 is the count as Pratt takes another timeout here a little bit to walk behind the circle and try to reset herself. It's been a few pitches. She probably has not gotten the call she wants in this inning. 2-1 to Williamson. This is well away. It's 3 balls and 1 strike as Pratt there misses on the fastball. Bases empty, 1 away here in this top of the 4th inning. Miami and Bowling Green in a pitcher's duel right now. A scoreless game, only 2 hits in the game so far, both to the Falcons. They occurred in the top of the 1st inning. There's a walk and a low fastball delivered there by Brianna Pratt. And the 1-out walk is going to put Reagan Williamson on 1st base here in this 4th inning. We will see a runner come in now for Bowling Green. As that substitution is being made now between the head coach of the Falcons, Sarah Willis, and our home plate umpire this afternoon, and Scott Heimka. Trying to get a read on the number of who this runner is for BG. A new runner on first base in place of Reagan Williamson. It's going to be number 3 for the Falcons. Now at first base, that's Marley McNulty, who's a sophomore from LaGrange, Ohio. So McNulty takes over at first base to run for Reagan Williamson. We'll see Lexi Carver, the 5-hitter, now take over in the box for Bowling Green. Any pitch here will be dealt on the inside corner, a foul ball left side of third base to get the at-bat going. 0-1 to count here to Lexi Carver out of Spencer, Indiana. Grounded out to third her last time up. And the runner, Marley McNulty, at first base. 0-1 to count. As Brianna Pratt starts her windup. Up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good take there by Lexi Carver. Macy Godbolt is on deck here for Bowling Green in the 6th spot. She grounded out to the pitcher her last time as the DH. Carver awaits the 1-1 deal. Pratt will deliver. That's low in the dirt, 2-1. McNulty thought about running there, but did not. And it's a good job by Coyne there in the dirt to kind of block that ball, keep it in front of her for the RedHawks. Never got too far away from her, but kind of bounced an inch or two in front of her arm. Had to grab it quickly to keep the runner in McNulty at first. And now a meeting at the mound here between Riley Coyne, the RedHawk catcher, and Brianna Pratt, Miami's pitcher. Still talking things over. That will break up. As Pratt here, maybe the gas tank emptying a little bit. We now see some stuff going on over the RedHawk bullpen. Nothing serious, but some new activity happening there down the left field line, so we'll keep our eyes posted on that. 2-1 on the way from Pratt here to Carver. Swing and a miss, and he throw down to second. The runner going. That was bobbled by the second baseman for the RedHawks in Chloe Parks. As the steal there for McNulty, they try to hit and run, but it was a swing and miss by Carver. The steal did work, though. Carver chasing that outside pitch, and McNulty getting to second base. The throw beat her, but second baseman and Chloe Parks came over for the RedHawks, tried to make the play. It was a good throw by Coyne behind the plate, but Parks simply dropped the throw, and that allowed McNulty to slide safely into second. She's in scoring position with 1 out. The 2-2 on the way to Carver's a swing and a miss. Her strike 3 in front of a changeup there from Pratt, and there's now 2 away here in the 4th. With the runner on second base brings up the 6th spot and the DH in Macy Godbolt. Godbolt is the designated player in this game for Bowling Green. So again, 2 out, runner on second base. That is McNulty. Big AB here for Pratt in the circle for the RedHawks, and starts it out with a beautiful off-speed breaking pitch. Looked out on the outside corner for strike 1, make it 0-1 to Macy Godbolt. Grounded out to the pitcher her last time up. Pratt spins the ball in the circle, starts to wind up. This is low, makes it 1-1. In the dirt that time, maybe a fastball into Macy Godbolt. Base hit could give Bowling Green a 1-0 lead here. Godbolt this season for the Falcons has put up 17 RBI. This is a ground ball up the middle, a soft ground ball for a base hit. Runner being waved around now between third and home. They throw into a run down here. That's McNulty, and she is tagged from behind en route to the plate. Bowling Green trying to be aggressive. They sent McNulty a very soft ground ball that got up the middle for a base hit into the shallow outfield there for Macy Godbolt. They tried to send the runner McNulty, but the throw beat her well in time to home plate. She hit the brakes between third base and home plate, tried to scamper back to third. Coin the catcher through to Carly Spain at third base. They got McNulty in a rundown between the plate and third base, and McNulty was tagged out by Carly Spain, the Red Hawk third baseman, as both of them were running toward home plate. Spain tagged her probably 4 or 5 steps before the plate. So we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Red Hawks with some good defense there. We stay scoreless in Oxford, and this is Miami Softball on Red Hawk Radio. Number 5 in red, Holly Blaska, will lead off this bottom of the 4th inning for the Miami RedHawks. No score in this game between Miami and Bowling Green. Game 1 of the MAC tournament for both of these schools. First pitch is upstairs and fouled back to the screen to make it 0-1 here to Holly Blaska, the number 2 hitter again in the RedHawk lineup, who flew out to left fielder last time up. So we're going to see the meat of the Red Hawk order here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Blaska, Cummins, and Murphy. See if they can do anything against Peyton Gottschall, who has pitched 3 innings of hitless and scoreless baseball in the game, or softball rather, the game so far. This one is a ground ball foul to the right side of first to make it 0-2. Nobody out again as Blaska leads off this bottom of the 4th inning. It's 0-2 to Holly Blaska. Gottschall spins the ball in her arm and will deal an up and away pitch here to waste one on Blaska, who takes it for a 1-2 count. Holly Blaska from Champlin, Minnesota. Sophomore left-handed hitter digs in here. As Gottschall again takes her time in the circle for Bowling Green. Righty will deal. This one is up and away to make it 2-2. RedHawks trying to defend their MAC tournament title from 2021 on their home field this weekend. Thursday through Saturday MAC tournament. This one will miss away, 2-2. Fastball outside there, not getting the call. It was Gottschall. Moves the count to full to Holly Blaska. RedHawks beat out Ohio for the MAC regular season championship by 7 wins. The RedHawks were 24-5 to finish the year in conference. Ohio 17-10. This one misses inside for ball 4. A huge walk to lead it off in the 4th for Holly Blaska of the RedHawks. That's going to bring up Allie Cummins here, the right fielder for Miami in the 3 spot. With speed on first base, and Holly Blaska. First walk of the day allowed by Peyton Gottschall. And only the second base runner. So one will hit the strike zone here right down the middle of the plate. The take for strike 1 by Allie Cummins to make it 0-1. Runner on first base there is Blaska, nobody out. in the bottom of 4. Cummins will swing and miss at the upstairs fastball. It's used behind it to make it 0-2. Good deal there from Gottschall, the right-handed pitcher, able to sneak one by the 3-hitter in the Red Hawk lineup, Allie Cummins, who averages this season .335 on the year. 0-2 on the way. Little miss outside, 1-2. Another one that could have gone either way there on the call is Gottschall. A big grin on her face as she catches the ball back from Williamson, the Bowling Green catcher. Gottschall thought she could have gotten a strike call there, and it certainly was close in the outside corner. 1-2 on the way. This one is a pop-up foul behind the plate and will get out of play into the parking lot behind the field here. Pretty full crowd at this point in the game. A lot of the red chairs right behind the plate are full. Most of them are. Almost all of them are. 1-2 pitch here on the way. This one is popped up behind the plate. Foul out of play. Another one there by Cummins that goes into the parking lot. Bounces off a few cars. And it's still 1-2. Still got Blaska hanging out there on first base. 1-2 pitch on the way to Cummins. Another foul ball, this time off the screen. Down the first base side. And Allie Cummins here staying alive big time, fouling off 3 straight 2-strike pitches from one of the Mac's top pitchers in Peyton Gottschall. One-two on the way. Righty will deal. This is up and in, make it 2-2. And a really good at-bat here, no matter how it ends up by Allie Cummins. Driving the pitch count up on Peyton Gottschall. They may get her work here in this 4th inning with a runner on first base in Holly Blaska. Nobody out as Gottschall advises the wristband. That will deal. This one outside. Runner goes. Throw to second is dropped and goes into shallow center field. Up on second base and staying there with a big stolen base for the RedHawks is Holly Blaska. They chose to send her. Kieran Kumar being aggressive there at third base. 2-2 the count to Cummins. Blaska had the throw beat her, but it was too high for the shortstop and Sample to grab it. So the 3-2 is on the way here, and a big 3-2 for Peyton Gottschall. Here it is, and another pop-up foul out of play right side. What an at-bat here by Cummins. Pitch count for Gottschall now is in the upper 50s. I believe this is the 9th pitch of the at-bat here coming up. 3-2 is the count. And you get Blaska over there on second base. 3-2 on the way. This one will hit the inside corner for strike 3. Looked at there for the K by Cummins. And a battle won by Bowling Green's Peyton Gottschall in the circle that time. What a at-bat and a battle that was. Several pitches that Gottschall finally gets it on a strikeout looking on the inside corner to Allie Cummins. There is now 2 strikeouts on Cummins' day. 1 out, runner on second base. Here's the cleanup hitter in the lineup for the RedHawks, and that is Maggie Murphy, the left fielder. First one to her is up and away for ball 1 to Maggie Murphy. Murphy, the freshman from Novi, Michigan. She struck out in her first at-bat of the afternoon. 1-0 here is on the way. Swing and a miss. Outside part of the plate fastball there, a little bit behind it, was Maggie Murphy. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike, so you got the runner in scoring position at second base in Holly Blaska. for the RedHawks. The best chance they've had to threaten in the game so far. Swing and a miss. Fastball outside part there that was swung behind by Maggie Murphy, and it's now 1-2. Murphy into the box, awaiting the pitch. Gotchel here taking some extra time between throws to figure this out. She'll now deal the next one. This is in the air, right to the shortstop. Sample will catch it for the out, and there's now 2 away. It's a big fly out there, and a big out collected by Gotchel on the mound for Bowling Green.
60, designated player.
Here's Lily Wilmot, the designated player who flew out to center her last time up. Staying at second base, and all that was Blaska. So she remains at scoring position here with 2 outs in a scoreless game, bottom of the 4th between Miami and Bowling Green. First one from Gotchel. This will hit the outside corner for strike 1. RedHawks had the runner on second base. And Blaska with nobody out in the inning. There's now 2 outs. Bowling Green would love to strand Blaska at second, and 1 pitch away is Gotchel from doing that as the 0-1 deal was up and away. A fastball chased that by the RedHawk hitter. And Lily Wilmot to make it 0-2. So an 0-2 on the way. Gotchel 1 throw away from getting herself out of this little jam here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Outside fastball, well outside. That would have been a ball, and Gotchel gets Lily Wilmot to chase on it. And there's out number 3 of the bottom of inning number 4. Still no score in game 1 of the MAC tournament between Miami and Bowling Green. We're going to the top of the 5th in a moment. This is Miami Softball on RedHawk Radio. Sophie Weber's going to lead it off here for Bowling Green as we start the top of inning number 5 from the Miami Softball Complex here in Oxford, Ohio. Patrick Geshan with you. Appreciate you spending a part of your Thursday afternoon with us here on RedHawk Radio. First pitch going to be right back to the pitcher. A ground ball fielded by Brianna Peratt to throw to first. A squeeze there by Holly Blaska for 1 away in the 5th. 2 groundouts to the pitcher today for Sophie Weber. And now it's Sarah Gonzalez, the 3rd baseman, to get us going here with 1 out in the 5th. Ground out to 3rd for Gonzalez earlier in the game. First one is up and away for ball 1 by Brianna Peratt. So Pratt resumes the 5th inning of her start, but there is, again, some activity going on in the Red Hawk bullpen. There is a pitcher up. It is a righty. Pratt deals this first pitch to the third baseman. That is a ground ball right back to third base. Carly Spain throws across the diamond to Holly Blaska for the out. They're now quickly 2 away as Sarah Gonzalez grounds out to third. For the second time she's done that today, and now it's Peyton Ham's turn at the plate, who grounded out to first her first time up in the game. The 9-hitter now up for Bowling Green. Up in the Red Hawk bullpen is Lorelei Depew, the pitcher freshman from Richmond, Indiana. This one misses low for ball 1 here to Peyton Ham, the right fielder. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 5th inning in a game that's been moving very quickly so far, only about an hour and 15 minutes old. And we have already played 4 2/3 innings in the top half of the 4th or the 5th right now. This one hits the outside corner, makes the count 1-1 here to Peyton Ham, senior from Crestwood, Kentucky. One on the way from Brianna Pratt. This one will be inside, make it 2-1. A little bit low as well, on its way into the plate. So the 2-1 to Peyton Ham with the bases empty and 2 outs here in this top of the 5th inning, and Pratt will deal a ground ball through the right side of the infield, played by the second baseman in Parks. He'll throw on to first for Blaska, and the side retired here in the top of inning number 5. Going to the bottom of the 5th after this, still no score. Miami and Bowling Green in Game 1 of the MAC Softball Championships for both teams. And this is Miami Softball on Red Hawk Radio. Starting the bottom of the 5th inning in what has been an uneventful offensive game so far. Back at the Miami Softball Complex, Patrick Geshan with you. Appreciate you spending a part of your Thursday with us here on Red Hawk Radio. MAC Softball Tournament, the first time ever it is hosted here at Miami University. And the Red Hawks seeking to defend their title on their home field here this year. It is the first MAC tournament period since 2019. The last few years have been canceled due to COVID. They did not do a tournament in 2021, just determined that the regular season MAC champion went to the NCAA tournament. That was Miami last year, who exited the NCAA tournament after 2 straight losses in the double elimination affair to Notre Dame and Northwestern. The Redhawks fell to last year to end their season. High fly ball, left field off the bat of Kobayashi, and that's off the left field wall of the left fielder Dolis' head. Kobayashi pulls up at his second base with a lead-off double here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Very high fly ball off Kobayashi's bat, trouble in the sun for Dolis, the left fielder, to track it down. It went over her head off the wall. Try to make a play on it right on the fence, just to the right of the foul pole, but could not come up with anything. And so now you got Kobayashi on base here. That's the first Red Hawk hit of the day, and it leads off the 5th inning here, and that just tells you the day that Peyton Gottschall is happening on the mound here for Bowling Green. Next hitter here is Riley Coyne. First one of her is a swing and a miss for strike one. Riley Coyne hit by a pitch her last time up. She's the 7th hitter in the lineup, the catcher here for Miami. 0-1 is the count. The RedHawks last inning had a runner on second base with nobody out. That was Coyne, but they could not bring her home. This one is nailed back out of play to make it 0-2. I'm sorry, it was actually Blaska who was the runner on second in the last inning. Coyne was on base earlier in the game, of course, from the hit-by pitch. But Blaska could not be brought home last inning by the RedHawks. This one misses away, 1-2. Another grand opportunity here for Miami to break the scoreless game so far. Just 4 hits combined between each team in the game this afternoon. 3 of them belong to Bowling Green. First one by Miami today came on that double by Kobayashi last at bat. 1-2 to Coyne is lifted in the air, well hit, but also fouled on the left field line. And this will get out of play to keep the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coyne is at bat now. We'll see Barlow behind her. Barlow struck out her last time up. As the 1-2 deal is on the way here from Peyton Gottschall. This one is slammed in the air, left center field, and that ball is gone over the fence for a 2-run shot. RedHawks take a 2-0 lead on a Riley Coyne 2-run bomb in the bottom of the 5th. And Miami breaks the scoreless drought here in this game 1 of the MAC tournament for the RedHawks. Brings in Kobayashi and Coyne on the 2-run bomb given up by Peyton Gottschall, and a fastball there on the outer half. And for Riley Coyne for the RedHawks, that is home run number 8 on the season. RBIs 11 and 12 on the year for her. Miami 2, Bowling Green nothing on the second RedHawk hit of the day, and there's 2 straight hits given up by Gottschall, the star player on this Bowling Green team, to get her 5th inning going of the start. Next up, a ground ball right to third base, well played by Gonzalez, throws to first for the out. She played that on a hop, a pretty hard hop, as Barlow hit the ground ball to third base. It was played by Gonzalez well, got it to pick right into her glove to the right of the bag. And she made the throw across the diamond, the squeeze by Weber in time for round number 1. So Barlow grounds out 5-3 for 1 out here in the 5th. Now it's Chloe Parks, who struck out her last time up, the 9th hitter in the lineup, and she'll take a first pitch of the outside corner for strike 1 to make it 0-1. One out, base is empty here in the bottom of inning number 5. This one is up and away to make it another ball in the count here to Chloe Parks. One and 1, the top of the order, 2 up for the RedHawks next. That'll be Carly Spade. 1 deal, this one is slammed into the dirt, foul right near the plate. 1-2 the count to Chloe Parks. See if there's a new arm out for the RedHawks to pitch in the 6th inning, as the bullpen activity is no longer occurring in the RedHawk bullpen. So see if Pratt comes back out or if a relief pitcher will make an appearance at the 6th for Miami. This is up and away, makes it 2-2 here to Chloe Parks. There's 1 out. Again, in this 5th inning, the bases are empty. Miami, the home team, of course, so they are in the bottom of the 5th batting here. 2-2 from Gottschall. In the air, softly hit left field. Very playable though for the left fielder and Dolis, who had to move a couple steps to her right to make the catch. And there are 2 outs. Here in the bottom of 5. Brings us back to the top of the Red Hawk order at Carly Spain.
RedHawk third baseman, Carly Spain.
Spain is 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. 2 outs, bases empty here in the 5th. First one is Spain, is cranked in the air, left field. Left fielder moving back to the wall. This one will be gone. Off the bat of Carly Spain for the solo shot. Second home run of the inning for Miami. Spain will add another one to the total. And it's 3-0 RedHawks here in the bottom of the 5th. Kind of in on the hands there of Carly Spain on her bat, able to pop it up in the air. Maybe got some help from the wind that's kind of gusting a little bit out toward left field today. Left fielder Dolis was there at the wall trying to think about it. Was hanging under that ball for a long time. The ball had plenty of airtime, popped up high in the air. And it finally blew its way out of the park, landed on the other side of the fence. Dolis trying to leap up for it, but kind of ran out of room there. In left field, a pair of home runs to left. Here's a shot up the middle. That's going to be a base hit, maybe more for Harley Blaskich. She'll stay at first base. And this has now been a 4-hit inning for Peyton Gottschall in the circle for Bowling Green. Looks like a mound visit is coming here. Gottschall pitched 4 innings in this game without allowing a hit. Now she has entered the 5th and allowed 4 hits just in this frame. Mound visit here for Bowling Green. I don't know if they plan to take her out right now or keep her in. We will obviously see as the RedHawks have put together a very impressive offensive inning here. 4 hits. Like I mentioned, 2 of those home runs. Carly Spain just hit a solo shot, followed by a Holly Blaskich single, but what really broke the ice in this game was a Riley Coyne 2-run home run that came after a Kate Kobayashi leadoff double here in the 5th. And it was Coyne's 2-run bomb that gave the RedHawks a 2-0 lead, and now the solo shot by Spain has made it 3-0 Miami here in the bottom of 5. Holly Blaskich just hitting that single to put her on first base with 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 5, and you have now the right fielder, Allie Cummins, the 3-hitter in the lineup for Miami to step in to the plate. So here we go, another big at bat in this game. Gottschall's going to stay out there after the mound visit, and this one will hit the strike zone. Very late strike called by our home plate umpire this afternoon. It's Scott Heimke on the outside corner there to Allie Cummins to make it 0-1. Opponents batted just 105 against Gottschall in the final week of the regular season when Bowling Green took on Kent State last weekend. And then Central Michigan, they had a midweek doubleheader with the Chippewas. Gottschall in a few appearances just led opponents in 105 against her. She was a 7-time MAC Pitcher of the Week this year. 0-2 on the way, and this one is upstairs. 1-2, the count to Allie Cummins. Gottschall launching a school record 325 strikeouts and 212 1/3 innings in her career. Just a sophomore too. It's unbelievable the stuff she's been doing. This one is nailed back to the screen, and a foul there off the bat of Cummins keeps the count at 1-2 on the fastball over the plate. There are 2 outs here in this bottom of the 5th inning for Miami, who lead the game 3-0 in their first game of the MAC tournament against Bowling Green. 1-2 on the way, and this is slam foul. A liner down the left field line that gets out. Stays at 1-2. So Gotchel on the hill. Spins the ball, will deal the 1-2. This one in the dirt and outside, taken there by Cummins. 2-2 the count. And staying at first base is Blaska. Good block there by the Bowling Green catcher and Reagan Williamson to keep that in front of her. 2-2 as the pace is really slowed down for Gotchel, and understandably so here in this 5th inning. She will deal. This one outside. Runner goes. Throw to second. Is not in time to get the out. As Blaska will steal second base. Slid in ahead of the throw. And the left arm got the bag before the tag came in from the shortstop. It's Sample. Blaska, the SB, puts her on second here. And a full count coming to Allie Cummins with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. It was a good throw by the catcher and Williamson, but just not quite in time. And a good slide by Blaska to avoid the tag there by the shortstop for Bowling Green and Bailey Sample. 3-2 on the way. Nailed back to the screen. A foul ball that keeps Cummins alive in this at-bat. Miami crowd here has been anxious all day, and they've been wanting to see some offense. Finally got to in this inning on the 4 RedHawk hits here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 on the way from Gotchel. Another foul ball by Cummins. Cummins has struck out twice today. You remember the last time she was up to the plate, if you were listening, she got the at-bat to a double-digit pitch count against Gotchel with fouling all kinds of pitches off and taking balls. Cummins eventually struck out looking on a pitch on the inside corner. 3-2 is the count in that at bat. 3-2 is the count in this at bat. Another one on the way off the end of the bat. A foul ball down the third base side and out. So the bottom line is that Cummins has been battling very hard in these last 2 at bats that she's had. Those including this one. Another 3-2 is on the way. Pitch coming in here from Gotchel. The deal is a swing and a miss on the outside corner for strike 3. And Cummins has struck out 3 times today in another battle won in that one-on-one bout between Gotchel and Cummins. However, the RedHawks in the bottom of the 5th put 3 runs across thanks to a 2-run bomb by Riley Coyne and a solo home run by Carly Spain. The RedHawks, a 4-hit 5th inning, have taken a 3-0 lead as we go to the 6th here from Oxford, Ohio. Back to the MAC Softball Championship. In a moment, this is Miami Softball on RedHawk Radio. Going to the top, the 6th inning here from Oxford, Ohio, the Miami Softball Complex. Patrick Geshan back with you on RedHawk Radio. Appreciate you spending a part of your Thursday with us. As afternoon shifts to evening here from Oxford, 3-0 the RedHawks with the lead. And is Brianna Pratt back out for another inning of work for Miami? The first pitch from her. And the 6 will be off the bat of the top hitter in the Falcon lineup, Greta Lesperance. And behind the plate for a strike to make it 0-1 on the foul ball. 1, 2, and 3 hitters, 2 up in the lineup for BG here in the inning. That'll be Lesperance, Dolis, and Bailey Sample. 0-1 deal is on the way from Pratt. Righty deals in, a bunt that goes behind the plate, another foul ball. Makes it 0-2. Seen some pretty good weather today in Oxford, Ohio for this tournament. Game time temperature was 85 when we started. It is right now 84 degrees and sunny out, just some wispy clouds in the sky, but can't ask for anything better than this, really. 0-2 on the way, ground ball to third base, bobbled there, went out to the glove of Spain, all the way to the RedHawk dugout. And that'll be an error there. They're going to rule, yep, it is an error. E5 the call against Carly Spain. The ground ball went right to her glove. I think she kind of kicked her glove and the ball popped out of it after she fielded the ground ball. And that set the ball flying all the way over to the RedHawk dugout down that third base line. So reaching on the E5, the first RedHawk error of the day is Lesperance. Now it's Peyton Dolis, who does have a single in this game, and she will foul the first pitch of her at bat behind the plate for an 0-1 count. So BG's got to find something here in the next 2 innings, down 3-0 to Miami. The winner of this game will play Central Michigan at 3:30 tomorrow for a chance to get to the championship game on Saturday. Loser of this game will play Ohio tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That'll be an elimination game in the tournament with both of those teams 0-1, so you got to win that game tomorrow at 1 o'clock to keep going. This one is low in the dirt to make it 1-1. Of course, everybody here playing for the MAC championship, but also knowing that an NCAA tournament berth is on the line this weekend as well. One of the 4 teams will get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament this weekend. 1-1 on the way to Dolis with Lesperance on first base. This one in the air to center field. Very playable for Kobayashi. She'll make the catch. Right in dead center field on the newly installed MAC logo there in the grass for the tournament. And there's one away. Staying at first base is Lesperance for Bowling Green. So here's Bailey Sample, the shortstop who struck out her last time up for the Falcons. One out, one on here for Bowling Green in the 6th inning. First pitch is a strike in the outside corner delivered here to Bailey Sample. Strikeout is on her resume today, as well as a sac bunt. 0-1 deal on the way from Pratt. This one will hit the outside corner. A little upstairs in the zone as well, makes it 0-2. Lesperance still on first base. 0-2 is the count here with a 1 out in this 6th inning. Deal on the way from Pratt. Sharp ground ball to first. It is played there by Blasco, so step on first base to get the out. Lesperance made her way to second in time for no throw there by Blasco. So there's 2 away as they retire Bailey Sample there on the ground out to first, and reaching second on the play is Lesperance. So here's Reagan Williamson, the cleanup hitter and the catcher. She walked her last time up. Also grounded out to third in this game today. Her steal from Pratt will miss outside to make it 1-0. Reagan Williamson is from Harrison, Ohio. She went to Harrison High School, playing for the Wildcats. Of course, those of you probably familiar, it's about a 35-minute drive south of Oxford. 1-0. This is away, 2-0. So Williamson kind of making a semi-homecoming here in her return to the Oxford area or the Southwest Ohio area for the MAC tournament. 2 on the way from Pratt with Les Brantz in second base. This one is nailed back to the screen to make it 2-1. So again, if the RedHawks hold on and win this game, they'll play tomorrow at 3:30 against Central Michigan. Get a little timeout here as a meeting at the mound between Coyne and Pratt. So the winner of that matchup between Miami and Central Michigan would go automatically to the championship game on Saturday if that were to occur. And then the winner of that game tomorrow between the winner of this game at Central Michigan, or sorry, the loser of that game tomorrow between the winner of this game at Central Michigan will have to play tomorrow at 6 o'clock as well against the winner of the game between the two losers today. It's kind of confusing. 2-1 on the way, ground ball to the second baseman. That is Parks, kind of bobbled it, the throw to first, not in time, it gets away, and scoring on the play is Les Brantz. So Bowling Green is on the board on more RedHawk defensive trouble in the inning. It's now 3-1 Miami. It was a sharp ground ball to second base. Parks bobbled it initially, moving to her right, trying to make the play at second. She threw to first base to Blaska. The throw was gonna be late. The throw went well to the left of Blaska at first. Blaska had to move her way toward the Bowling Green dugout to corral the ball. In the meantime, Les Brantz made her way from third to home on the error there. It's gonna be an E4 for the second RedHawk error of the inning. First pitch is down and in here to the new hitter, Lexi Carver for Bowling Green. So you just have one base runner on right now. It's at first, and that is Reagan Williamson. There are 2 outs here in this top of the 6th inning. Kieran Kumar, the Miami head coach, is out to talk to our plate umpire this afternoon, and Scott Heimka. Just wanted to ask a question. I don't think anything crazy is going to be happening here for the RedHawks. Nope, we're just going to continue on as normal, but Miami's now sending a pitcher out into the bullpen. And that is Courtney Veerster. 1-0 is going to hit the inside corner, 1-1. Veerstra is the best pitcher statistically in the RedHawk pitching core this season at 2.53 ERA. Mostly a starter, but has made bullpen appearances this year. 1-1 deal on the way. Ground ball to the shortstop. That is not going to be played by Barlow. Went off her wrist, then deflected out into left field. Could not come up with it with a glove. There's a single that you're going to rule there. And they're on first and second here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. And now Kieran Kumar will come out and most likely make a move here potentially, although Veerster just got up in the bullpen. So I think it's just a visit here to talk it over with what's probably a pretty tired Brianna Pratt. Nice ground ball hit there by Lexi Carver right to shortstop. It was going to have to be a backhand play by Barlow to make anything out of it for a chance to throw to first, but she could not come up with the ball in her glove. It went off her wrist. And they kind of deflected it to shallow left field, so Barlow had no play there. They ruled it a single. It's the 4th Bowling Green hit of the day, and now you get runners on first and second here with 2 outs. You have Williamson at second, Carver's at first. And here comes Macy Godbold to the plate, the DH. Godbold today for Bowling Green is 1 for 2 this afternoon. First pitch to Ernest is outside, 1-0. So the meeting by Kumar to come out to the mound, or the circle I should say, was just to talk it over with Brianna Pratt in the defense. Mentioned that there is some activity going on in the Red Hawk bullpen. The 1-0 on the way here from Pratt. Chop ground ball to the shortstop. Barlow lost in her legs, and everybody's going to be safe. Tough inning for Adriana Barlow at shortstop for the Red Hawks. It's going to be ruled another hit for Bowling Green. Godbolt will reach here on another infield single. Barlow that time moving to her left to field the ground ball. She bobbled it out of her glove after initially getting the ball in her glove on the grounder. The ball popped out of her glove, went between her legs, hit the dirt, and she did not have any play on it by then. They are loaded with 2 out in the top of the 6th inning. Miami up 3-1. Here's Sophie Weber, the first baseman and the 7-hitter for Bowling Green. Ground ball right to first base, and Holly Blaska will step on the bag in time for out number 3. A huge ground ball out there for Pratt. That could have been a very dangerous inning for Bowling Green, and the Red Hawks get out of it only allowing a run and a few errors and a few hits there in the 6th inning. So we're going to go to the bottom of inning number 6. The Red Hawks will bat and try to extend their now 3-1 lead over Bowling Green in Game 1 for Miami of this MAC Softball Championship. We're back in a moment. This is Miami Softball on Red Hawk Radio. Getting ready to start the bottom of inning number 6 here from the Miami Softball Complex in Oxford, Ohio. 3-1 the lead for Miami over Bowling Green in Game 1 of the MAC tournament for both of these schools. Returning to the mound here in inning number 6 to work for Bowling Green is Peyton Gottschall. The Falcons are going to stay with her after she allowed 4 hits in the bottom of the 5th and 3 runs on 2 home runs. So it's Gottschall, the star pitcher for Bowling Green, still out there to get this 6th inning going. And the first pitch is going to be outside of Maggie Murphy for ball 1 to get it started for Miami here and on offense in the bottom of 6. 1-0 on the way. Check swing. Inside pitch. Did she go? Yes, says the first base umpire, Gavin Ramsey. So it's 1-1. Red Hawk faithful not appreciative at all of that call, but didn't look like it was a swing there, in my opinion, by Murphy. This one upstairs make it 2-1 by Gottschall. A lot of people here at the stadium watching the end of the action here in day 1 of the MAC tournament. Got a lot of Miami fans like we've talked about throughout the day today, and a lot of people from Central Michigan are here and watching the end of this game to see who the Chippewas will play tomorrow in their game. Will be the winner of this game. So one outside to make it 3-1. Potentially the wheels falling off here for Gottschall, as she just did not look good in the last inning. And is a 3-1 count here to the first hitter she sees in the 6th. After pitching 4 hitless innings to get her start going, This one is fouled third base side toward the RedHawk dugout to make it 3-2 here to Maggie Murphy. Both hitter and pitcher resetting before the next pitch of this at bat. 3-2 is on the way. In the air, right side, down the right field line. This will get into the bullpen, the Bowling Green bullpen. Count stays here at 3-2. There's nobody out, of course, as Murphy leading off this bottom of 6 for the RedHawks. Those of you that may not know, softball plays 7 innings, baseball plays 9, so we are going to not see a 9-inning game. We'll see 7 innings. That is the regulation amount for NCAA softball. 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 looked at right down Broadway by the RedHawks cleanup hitter and Maggie Murphy. So there's one out. Big K there, and it come from behind. Strikeout 2 by Payne Gottschall for 1 away in the 6th. Strikeout last time up for Lily Wilmot of Miami, the number 5 hitter in the DH. Base is empty for her to step in, 1 away here in the bottom of 6. 3-1 Miami leads this game. Pitch here is going to be down and in for ball 1. Make it 1-0. On the delivery in there by Payne Gottschall. Those of you may be wondering what could potentially be going on in the Bowling Green bullpen. I can't see it from my vantage point. I apologize for that. Swing and a miss. Pitch here on the outer half. Whiffed at. Behind it there was Lily Wilmot for Miami to make it 1-1. Can't see the Bowling Green bullpen, so unfortunately I can't, and I am interested to know if anybody's up in that Bowling Green bullpen, but I cannot tell. 1-1 deal in here to Wilmot. This is up and away, 2-1. Gottschall has definitely lost a lot of her command here as the outing has gone on, and that is obviously a sign of fatigue. Brianna Pratt has done the same in the circle for Miami today. Lily Wilmot has a 2-1 coming her way with 1 out in the 6th. Soft ground ball to first base. Kind of bobbled there by Weber. No play. As beating it out for the RedHawks is Wilmot. A hard ground ball to Weber at first base. Deflected off her glove, then off her chest. And then popped to her right. Nobody came over in time to cover first base there for Bowling Green. And because of that, Lily Wilmot reaches on what they call an error on the first baseman. It's Sophie Weber. So E3 is that call. You have Kate Kobayashi up to the plate next, but before that, the RedHawks are going to bring in a pinch runner here. That's going to be number 2, Jenna Golubieski. So Golubieski here will take over the running duties on first base and for Lily Wilmot. So again, Kobayashi doubled last time up to lead off the 5th inning and was eventually scored on that 2-run shot by the person next to her in the lineup in Riley Coyne. First one in this at bat for Kobayashi is a fastball nailed back to the screen to make the count 0-1. Golubieski at first base. Next one is high to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. As you have Kobayashi here at the plate for Miami. 3-1 lead for the RedHawks. Another insurance run per se is on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner goes, pitch is inside, never mind, hitting the brakes. Kind of fake stealing there was Miami's Jenna Golubieski from first base. Took 3 sprinting strides during the windup and then went back to first. 2-1 the count to Kobayashi, and the pitch will miss away, 3-1. Long pause here between deliveries for Peyton Gottschall. Kind of standing there outside of the circle for Bowling Green. 3-1 deal on the way. Runner is moving. This one is a foul ball behind the plate and out of play. So that time they do run Golembeski on the 3-1. She will be moving here on the 3-2 with one out. That will come to Kobayashi in moments. RedHawks trying to hit and run during that last pitch, as now we have a little delay. The pitcher, Peyton Gottschall, would like a new ball, so she will throw the bad one into the plate and receive a new one from our home plate umpire in Scott Heimka. 3-2 the count to Kate Kobayashi. Golembeski still hanging out on first base. One out in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch on the way. This one is slammed for a base hit into left field. Golembeski going from second to third. She'll get there standing up. A one-out single by Kate Kobayashi puts runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now you got Riley Coyne to the plate, who just hit a 2-run bomb in her last at bat.
Catcher, Riley Coyne.
Coyne has reached base twice today, was hit by a pitch first time, and of course the last at bat was the 2-run bomb over the left center field fence to break the ice in this game. 3-1 Miami leads. You do have a sack situation now with Golembeski on third base and one out. Of course, on first base as well is Kate Kobayashi there after the single. First pitch to Coyne in the at bat. High fly ball left field, but that'll be foul and out of play. Another one with home run distance on it, but Coyne that time had a bad slice on the hit. Out of play. Down the left field line. Went foul.
Go back.
Long pause here. Behind the circle by Gottschall. 0-1 from Gottschall. Runner moving first to second. Thrown down is cut off by the second baseman there for Bowling Green and Carver. So the RedHawks will now put runners on second and third, as you had Kobayashi move from first to second on the pitch up and away to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. One of those classic plays where the catcher throws it to the second baseman, who parks kind of behind the circle and in front of second base. That's what Carver did for the potential steal home there by Golembeski. 1-1, foul tipped into the mitt. It's 1-2 now on the up and away deal there by Gottschall into Riley Coyne. Again, 1-2. Gottschall looks at the wristband on her left arm, will deal the 1-2. This one is slammed foul into the screen behind the plate, as Coyne was a little bit in front of that one. Able to stay alive here at 1-2. RedHawks a really good chance to add some key insurance in this game. They're up 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning, but currently runners on second and third could really give the RedHawks some key breathing room here in this one. 1-2 the count. The pitch misses down and away in the dirt. 2-2. Can Gottschall find the command that she had so much of in the first several innings of this game? Really needs it here in a key situation with, again, runners on second and third. 2-2 the count to Riley Coyne. Alabama native batting here with 1 out in this bottom of the 6th inning. RedHawks lead by 2 runs. Gottschall deals another foul ball out of play, left side and out. Staying alive is Coyne. Gottschall's pitch count is now 107 in this game. 107. She has pitched an unbelievable amount of innings this year on the mound for Bowling Green. Gotcho came into the game pitching on the mound 212 in the third innings this year. In the air, left field. This is a liner, and it will be caught by Dolis, the left fielder, tagging third to home and scoring without a throw is going to be Golan Besky. The sac fly to deep left there by Riley Coyne will give Miami some more breathing room, and it's now 4-1 RedHawks on the sac fly that Golan Besky scores on to deep left field. Third RBI on the day for Riley Coyne. Here's now the 8th spot. And Adriana Barlow, the shortstop, who grounded out to third her last time up. Now just one runner on base. It's at second. That is Kobayashi, who's staying at second base during that sequence. First pitch is nailed back to the screen on a foul ball there to Barlow to open up the count here to the junior shortstop from St. Louis. The catch in left field by Dolis makes 2 out now in this bottom of inning number 6. 0-1 on the way. Upstairs and inside, 1-1. One from Kochel is another foul ball back to the area behind home plate and out. And it's 1-2 to Adriana Barlow. Again, 2 outs. Kobayashi is on second base for Miami here in the bottom of inning number 6. 1-2 deal. Up and away, 2-2. More pause from Gotcho behind the circle before this next pitch. 2-2 delivery. Another one up and away, 3-2. One at bat here by Barlow. We've seen a few of these by the RedHawks. Long extended at bats to drive up Gotcho's pitch count today and just simply battle behind the plate. It's been a really good thing by Miami. Of course, they've done it all year, but everything magnified in this now MAC tournament postseason game. 3-2 on the way. Check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did, said the home plate umpire. And ringing up is Adriana Barlow to end the 6th inning. The RedHawks do get a run across on the Riley Coyne sacrifice fly. Coyne bringing in the 4th RedHawk run of the day. It's now 4-1 Miami going to the 7th. RedHawks try to close this one out when we come back. And this is Miami Softball on RedHawk Radio. Brianna Pratt is back out on the mound for Miami to get things going here in the 7th inning. The RedHawks coaching staff, and I guess Kieran Kumar trusting her to finish this out with a complete game. As we hit the top of the 7th, the RedHawks leading 4-1 over Bowling Green. And Miami trying to play in the 3:30 game tomorrow with the winner of the first game today, Central Michigan, who beat Ohio 7-1 to open up the tournament this afternoon. First batter in for Bowling Green is Sarah Gonzalez, who's out of Kingsburg, California, the senior third baseman. First pitch to her is a ground ball right to the third baseman, and is bobbled, and the throw to first is hit top for the out anyway. Carly Spain moving to her left, bobbled the ball initially. It popped out of her glove on the grounder. And then she recovered near the shortstop position and made a throw to first base in time for the out. At least that's what the initial call was by our first base umpire, Gavin Ramsey. But now it looks like a challenge has been initiated here by Bowling Green. You do get challenges in the MAC tournament. Sarah Willis asked for the challenge. The head coach of Bowling Green on the third base side. It's a very close play, and it's worthwhile for Bowling Green to challenge this right now. In the last inning of a game, they trail by 3 runs. I do believe from my initial look at the play from up here that the throw was in time by Spade to Holly Blaska at first base to retire Sarah Gonzalez, the number 8 hitter in the Bowling Green lineup, who's at third base today for BG. But that's why they have replay and video. This game is being televised on ESPN Plus today, so there are some decent-looking camera angles available for the determination of this call. And they do rule that the runner's out after looking at the video. So the challenge fails for Sarah Willis and the Bowling Green Falcons. Sarah Gonzalez retired on a ground out to third base, and a really good play there by Spade, who bobbled the ball initially at third base for Miami. Able to recover and throw to first in time for the out by less than a half a step. And a good squeeze by Holly Blaska. So 1 out, base is empty. Here's the 9 spot. Peyton Ham will take a first pitch strike in the outside corner from Brianna Pratt to make it 0-1. Pratt starts to wind up for the 0-1 pitch and is down and in to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 away here in the inning. And the RedHawks trying to close this one out and grab a win against Bowling Green in the 1 seed versus 4 seed matchup. And each team's MAC tournament getting underway. 1-1 deal from Pratt. Check swing. That was a foul tip right into the mitt of the catcher and Coyne. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two deal. Swing and a miss. Upstairs, fastball. Chased that there, well behind it. Was Peyton Ham for the K. And the Falcons are down to their final out here in this top of inning number 7. Greta Lesperance to the top of the order will bat. Lesperance reaching on an error by the third baseman, Carly Spain, back in her last at bat of the game. 2 out, bases empty. The infield's going to play in for Miami. Lesperance shows a bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. It's 1-0. Great outing today by Brianna Pratt for Miami. Had some rough moments where the RedHawks had to get some activity in the bullpen, but Pratt always seemed to recover and get key outs when she needed to today in tough situations. This is a line drive for a single into center field for Lesperance. That's going to at least keep the game going for one more batter here for Bowling Green, as now you got the number 2 hitter in Peyton Dolis at the dish for the Falcons with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. And a game Miami leads 4-1 as Lesperance there swinging and lining a ball into left center field. They got down for a single. So Lesperance is on first base. Dolis now to the plate, the sophomore from Mentor, Ohio, who does have a single today First deal to her is going to hit the outside corner for strike one. Dolis 1 for 3 on the day today. Win that single. Oh, 1 the count. As Pratt looks for the sign and will deal the 0-1 here. Starts the windup from the circle. And the pitch. Ground ball foul behind the plate. 0-2. And you got one more strike needed here for Brianna Pratt and the RedHawks to grab a win here in game 1 of their MAC tournament. Oh, 2 the count. Pratt resets behind the mound. Or the hill, or the circle, I should say. We'll start the windup, and the 0-2 on the way. Misses outside for ball 1. It's 1-2 to Dolis. Still have Les Perance hanging out on first base for Bowling Green. 1-2 pitch will be on the way here from the circle by Brianna Pratt. Chop ground ball foul, third base side, just to the left of the line. Dolis stays alive. And it'll drop back to the plate here for the 1-2. One-two deal on the way as Dolis resets near the dish. Pratt ready to fire a pitch in. Windup starts, the 1-2. Ground ball, another foul over toward third base. And we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still a good crowd kind of on the edge of their seats right now, waiting for this one to finish. There's a lot of Miami faithful in attendance today. Pratt stares in for the sign. Another 1-2 on the way to close out this game. In the dirt, 2-2. Les Perance will stay at first base. Good block there by Coyne with her chest protector to keep that one in front of the plate. 2-2 count here to Peyton Dolis. Pratt starts the windup. She will deal. Outside, just missing the corner. That was a strike. Some of the other at-bats of this game. The home plate umpire does not give the call to Brianna Pratt. 3-2 the count here to Dolis. Scott Heimka says no. So a big one here, 3-2. A walk would put the tying run at the plate. Pratt in the deal. This is a liner right to the second baseman, and Parks makes the catch to win the game. RedHawks win their first game of the MAC tournament, 4-1 over the Bowling Green Falcons in Miami. We'll play tomorrow at 3:30 against Central Michigan in a battle between the two winners on this day 1 of the MAC tournament, as the Chippewas knocked off the Ohio Bobcats 7-1 earlier on today. And the RedHawks will take on the Chippewas tomorrow, 3:30 here on Red Hawk Radio for a chance to get an automatic bid into the championship game on Saturday. That will be the day that determines who wins the MAC title and moves on to the NCAA tournament. Big win for Miami today. It took a while to get anything on the board. It took to the bottom of the 5th inning. But the RedHawks producing there with a 2-run home run by Riley Coyne, followed by a solo home run by Carly Spain that made it 3-0 Miami in the 5th. And then in the 6th, RedHawks added a sac fly run that came in off the bat of Riley Coyne. Coyne had a 3 RBI game for Miami. And that was the final line today for the RedHawks, who win it 4-1 over Bowling Green. The Falcons able to push just 1 run across today, and they certainly had plenty of opportunities to do so, to push runs across, but the RedHawks getting outs when they needed to on the pitching side of things today. And Brianna Pratt putting together a very good performance. The complete game, she allowed just 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error for Miami. The RedHawks grabbed 4 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors off what is probably the most challenging pitcher in the MAC in Peyton Gottschall for Bowling Green, who came in with all these national ranks and led the MAC in 10 statistical categories this season. It took the RedHawks a long time to figure her out today. It took until the 5th inning, of course, to get even a hit off Peyton Gottschall today, but they finally did figure her out, and Gottschall will pitch a 6-inning loss for Bowling Green, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors for the Falcons, who will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock against the Ohio Bobcats in their next game here of the MAC tournament, as the 2 losers of our initial games here on Thursday will play each other tomorrow at 1 o'clock, that again being Ohio and Bowling Green, and then at 3:30 it'll be Miami and Central Michigan going at it tomorrow. The losers of the games tomorrow will meet at 6 o'clock tomorrow in an elimination game. So if Miami were to lose at 3:30 tomorrow, they would play at 6. If they were to win at 3:30 tomorrow, they would advance to automatically the championship game, which would start at 3 o'clock on Saturday, and then a potential second game would start at, I believe, 5:30 on Saturday as well, if there was the need to play that with the double elimination setup here. But in Game 1 of the tournament for Miami, it is a 4-1 win for the RedHawks over the Bowling Green Falcons. The RedHawks again playing tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern Time. Right here on RedHawk Radio, we'll have that game for you from the Miami Softball Complex as Miami continues their quest to defend their MAC tournament title from last year and get back to the NCAA tournament for yet another season on the softball diamond. So again, your final score, 4-1 Miami winners over Bowling Green today. That'll do it for us this afternoon and into the evening from the Miami Softball Complex. I want to thank you for listening in today and spending a part of your Thursday with us. We do appreciate it. Patrick Geshan saying so long, good afternoon from the Miami Softball Complex in Oxford. We appreciate you listening to this presentation of Miami Softball on Red Hawk Radio. We'll see you tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Good night.